San Francisco has declared the NRA a terrorist organization, and it wants other cities to follow suit. City officials say that the NRA spreads propaganda and arms people who are committing acts of terrorism, but gun rights advocates have responded, saying it is a charitable organization protecting our constitutional rights. So, DBL Nation, we got to hear from you on this one. Do you consider the NRA a terrorist organization? Take it away, Al.
All right, Sam. Barb from Facebook says this is nonsense. ISIS is a terrorist group, not the NRA. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean you can just call them terrorists. Barb, I'm going to agree with you in this. I think that pointing at someone and calling them a terrorist is the quickest way to end a conversation before it starts. Calling people terrorists is not going to get anywhere. What we do is we have a difference of ideologies in terms of how guns should be regulated and who should be allowed to have them and what their access should be. And that's a much more nuanced conversation. But calling somebody terrorist, I think, is counterproductive at best.
Dalen from Facebook says, I'm happy with this. Maybe the NRA will now do more to promote responsible gun ownership. Who needs an assault rifle in their home, grocery store, or school? A terrorist. You know, I think that we've gotten so far away from center that, like Al said, we're not capable of having a conversation because we can't sit at the table together. I think it's always dangerous when you want to have a word like terrorism associated and synonymous with any group that hasn't demonstrated what we know in modern day terminology as terrorism. It's kind of your feelings about it, and everyone's feelings should be respected, but that doesn't mean that that has to be made into policy or law.
Interesting. Chad from Facebook says, I would call anyone who is trying to take our Second Amendment rights away terrorists before the NRA. I'm going to be kind of really surprising here. Yeah, I agree with my fellow co-host here. In no way, shape, or form do I agree with anything the NRA is doing. Will I fight every day and challenge the NRA, and I will promote the idea of how much money people are getting? However, do I honestly think that they are a terrorist organization? Absolutely not. And I will protect that right for you to assemble anytime you want. That's saying that the government can tell a group of citizens who they don't like their politics that they are illegal. That's not right. You can't do it to me. You can't do it to them. I'll stand up for your right to do so.
All right. Wow. Thank you, Tori.